One, two, three, four.
I was always trying to figure out where my kids' passions were and what they would like, and her love for animals. I just came up with an idea to try horseback riding and took her out. Annie had no fear on her horse. She loved it. It's like she understood her horse understood her. That's all she thought about.
She was very passionate about animals and the things that she believed in. A few years ago, the horse that we owned, we lost in one of the wildfires. When that happened, she actually shut down somewhat emotionally.
She loved her horse, but I think that she wasn't able to get back into that with any other new horse. So I think she closed that door, and I think music was where she really had her focus.
She started listening to music, and then she started going to a lot of concerts, which in turn started her wanting to play the guitar.
We got her into lessons, and she was actually very natural with it, very good with it. And she was even writing her own music.
Actually, we didn't see a lot of her songs that she had written till after she died, unfortunately, but she had a lot of things going on, ready to do, ready to jump into.
You know, had a list of all the concerts coming, and
we had to put a limit on how many concerts, because of course there was one every night. Even if her friends couldn't go, she would go by herself. True. She didn't care.
She worked at a little Java Hut, which is a drive-through coffee place. She loved going to the beach. She got into surfing as an early teenager, took surf lessons, and really liked to surf with her friend.
5:30 or 6, Annie called me just to let me know what she was doing. And I reminded her, of course, like mothers do, that you have your curfew, so don't forget.
To this day, I swore I heard her come home that night. Her accident occurred at 20 minutes to 11 that night, on a Friday night. We didn't get the call till 10 minutes to 4 Saturday morning.
They just asked if I was Annie's mother, and I said yes. And I said, where is she? He said, well, there's been an accident. And he said, well, you know what, just stay right there. Someone will be coming over.
As soon as they said, stay there, I realized what had happened. About an hour later, the deputy coroner came up, and he just sort of shook his head.
I wanted to see Annie. And he said no. And so I just took his hands and I said, I promise you I won't cry. I won't get hysterical. I just have to see her. We finally did the following Monday.
The coroner actually, he was able to tell us about, that it was a car accident, that it appeared that there was some speed involved. And unfortunately, when she lost control and she went into the other lane, she went head on into another car, and that gentleman was killed also.
I don't think Annie herself understood fully the dangers she was in. I think she was having fun.
It wasn't a conscious choice to kill herself. It wasn't a conscious choice to hurt her boyfriend or
she never would
kill this other gentleman in the accident. The choice was, I'm going to go faster than I should. And as a result of that, our worlds are shattered.
It was real hard for me to think about putting her in the ground. It just didn't set with me, knowing her personality. So when I saw the bench, I thought, that's perfect. That was so Annie. We wanted to portray her life and the things she loved the most.
We left a chair aside at the graduation for Annie, and the whole school and the whole assembly felt it. They felt, here we are celebrating a wonderful moment in our child's life. And Annie's parents had a diploma, and that's it.
You just miss that, seeing that potential develop, and to see that just ripped and stopped so quick.
You know, people say that time heals. And you know, you adjust, but time doesn't really heal in this situation. You know, all the family traditions that you have with your kids, you know, you get robbed. Just like that. It's just hard. You want to save that time forever.